Welcome to this channel. This is Destic Global Consult Limited, the real estate channel that is dedicated in helping you invest right into real estate and bringing you opportunity as it pertains to real estate investment here in Nigeria. My name is Destin Obiawi, the real estate entrepreneur, real estate coach here in Nigeria. If you're just waiting for the first time, please do well to subscribe our careers on this very channel. Today we'll be talking on a very important topic, and the topic is the reasons why you should invest in Benin City and those states. See, there are a lot of reasons why people invest, but for Benin City and those states, it's very peculiar. You should understand some of the reasons why you're investing before you even put your money into the real estate industry in those states in the first place. As one who grew up in this very city, who was born also here, I've been able to understand the system a little bit, and the fact that I also ventured into property and real estate has also helped me to broaden my experience and knowledge as far as the city is concerned, as it pertains to development, real estate, and construction. So I can tell you for a fact that Benin State is one of the best places you can invest in, the heartbeat of the nation. The first reason why you should think or consider investing in real estate in Benin State and Edo State is number one, the fact that population continues to increase. Edo State happens to be one state that have increased over the year by statistics as far as population is concerned. And so you begin to consider investment anytime there's an increase in population, because it is natural for property to increase or land to increase when the numbers of people using the land begins to increase. So population increase is one thing you must always look at for. People are beginning to migrate from the center of the city to the outskirts of the city. They're beginning to move from the center to other places that are close to the city to get habitation, to get houses, to get a place where they can lay their bed and have a good time. So you see, it is one thing that drives real estate and also drives development in any society. So population is one thing you must consider, and we have it here in Benin City and those states. So if you're investing or you're buying a property here, you rest assured that the property is going to increase in value because of the fact of population increase. Another one you should also look at for before investing in Benin City is the fact that Benin State has a thriving and a young real estate potential. Unlike other cities like Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos that have been into the real estate industry for a while, Benin City is young. We understand there's an inflow of a lot of developers and real estate industry into the city because of the potential that the city tends to deliver. And this will also help every investor to be able to make maximum return or maximum profit as far as investment is concerned. Because as real estate company begins to crowd the city, as they begin to come into the city, it begins to give value to real estate activities and property as well. So if you invest in this state, Edo State, at this level, you are still very early, and it's an advantage for you in that the city is still very young as far as real estate is concerned. So that's another factor you must always look at, for the fact that a lot of real estate companies are beginning to take advantage of the potential in the city. You that is in the city should not be left out. So while others are coming, it means they've seen something that is very critical that can help them build and multiply their wealth. So you should also be part of this movement. Another important thing about Benin State is that the fact that there is a lot of diaspora reserve. In fact, statistics has told us that Edo State Benin has one of the largest immigration level as far as those that are living in the diaspora. So you see, it is only natural for people who live abroad from this state to want to invest in the state first before considering every other state, no matter how juicy it might look like. It is just natural. So you see, because of the amount of diasporas, people from Benin who have traveled abroad, maybe Europe, America, the UK, there's always an inflow of capital, there's inflow of resources from this end, from diaspora into the state, and this also help in a great way to improve infrastructure, development, and increase in properties. So it's another reason you must invest in Benin City and two states. Because the truth is that God is no longer producing land. Land size will not increase by any mistake. God has finished the work of creation, and land remains the same size even till eternity. So you see, if you fail to buy now, other people will buy it. By the time you come and you want to buy, it becomes expensive because they will be making profit from you before they even sell to you. So if you're not willing to buy, it means you'll have to go to a place that is far less developed. So you must consider investing in those states because a lot of money from diaspora comes to the state. Again, another reason you should invest in Benin City is the fact that Benin City, like we all know, is an historic site, and this has a way of promoting the city, promoting the state. And the fact that it is a historical site, it promises that yes, a time will come where most of those that come to the city for tourism, there is every chances that can also serve as a good point to look at my investing. It will always increase. Property will always go up. I remember a friend of mine was trying to buy a property at the city of Benin, and they were pricing out a property for over 1.20 billion, depending on the size, at the center of the city. This is because properties at that environment is not very scarce, and secondly, it attracts a lot of visitors and a lot of even foreigners. So it is a good place to invest when you're considering investing. Another thing we can also look at for when we're talking about investment in general is the fact that every investment, good investment, especially in a place like Benin, has the potential to appreciate over time, has the potential to give you cash flow, has the potential to also guarantee you transgenerational wealth. This means that you might not even be the one enjoying a property. It may even be that your children will be the one to benefit greatly from the property you are buying today. Investment is not a waste of money. It is you trying to buy the future while it is cheap today and preparing to sell later while it becomes very, very expensive. In all, what we are saying is that investment in Benin City, it should be something you should consider, something you should look out for, and something you should put your money. Another thing that you should also find out, or that is true about investing in Benin, is the fact that as new real estate company begins to come into the city to begin to take advantage of the potential in the city, there's going to be room for structured building, there's going to be room for structured development like it is in developed cities of recently, like in places like Abuja and Lagos. Because as this estate comes in, they have their prototype in terms of building. You don't just build anyhow. They have their layout, they have their specification. This generally begins to improve the living environment for those people who are buying, especially into real estate properties. So today we'll give you opportunity for those of you that are interested and you are saying to yourself, okay, how can I invest in Benin? How can I be a part of this investors that are taking advantage of this opportunity that is present in the city at the moment? Why it's still very, very young in terms of the industry, in terms of development in the sector. Reach out to us today. Let's help you and give you places where you can invest in and have a guarantee sporadic increase in terms of your return of investment. My name is Destiny of Yahweh, your real estate consultant and as well as a real estate coach here in Nigeria. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel